a lot of them made of you playing kind of a villain character here. I was curious if you grew up watching professional wrestling and how they play to the crowd, the villains and the good guys. I was curious if you grew up watching that, if that was an influence at all.
It's funny because actually when I was like, I don't remember, 6, 7, I liked wrestling because I thought it's for real. And my parents were like, why are you watching this? This is just a show. And I was like, no, they're fighting for real. So, but I don't think it has any how you say, any impact on what's been happening here. And as I said before, I want to be a better person than I was a few days here.
You were first.
Daniil, after so many wins, just how does it feel like when you're playing the big points? In the first set, in particular, it seemed like you was playing better than you, but when the big points came, you were the one who stepped up.
Yeah, it's true. I think the confidence means a lot in this case because I do think he was a better player in first set. I do think I was kind of lucky to win it, and then the momentum changed completely. And I think after I was playing better than him in the next 2 sets, we had some amazing level, I think. And yeah, talking about first set and these crucial points, this moment in my game, there is something strong that makes me win these crazy sets and crazy matches, which maybe 2 months ago I would have lost, like to David, for example, in Wimbledon. Kind of same battle, same match, but I lost it.
How would you describe the difference between going on a run in the tournaments leading up to the U.S. Open and going on a run here that has you in the final?
Yeah, I mean, of course, Grand Slams are different just because it's even 5 sets, so you have to win much more sets to be in the final. I probably won same amount of sets, like 3 tournaments before together. I'm not sure, but it's really tough mentally, and that's what I've been missing before, because before my best slam result was 4th round, and I felt like it's just so tough to win a 5-set match, and I knew I was going the right way. I just had to fight for every set, for every point. Didn't work out before, but here this week everything has worked out. I won a lot of 4-set matches, which shows how great mentally I was here and physically also.
You said you were missing it before. How did you get it for now?
As I say, I was going the right path. I felt that there is something missing, but I'm trying to find it, and I don't know how did I find it. I think it's just the experience, because this year I lost 2 really tough 5-setters on Roland Garros, leading to 0, having a break in the 5th. Wimbledon, having a break in the 5th. I lost them, but it's a great experience to know how it is to not let this happen again.
So if I could ask, obviously the other day you messed up. Now a couple of times you've candidly said you want to become a better person. But
On the court, off the court, I think I'm okay.
that's sort of my question, because to me, you see mellow, you have a nice smile, all that good stuff. Could you tell the tennis public what kind of person you are?
Yeah, I will not say that I'm a kind person or a good person. I can only say that I'm really calm person in life, and I actually have no idea why all the demons go out when I play tennis, and especially when I was a junior, I had a lot of problems with my attitude. I was not getting defaulted, but I was getting like to have a game penalty was easy. And I was working hard because every time I do something wrong on the court, I'm sitting with myself in the evening and I'm like, I'm not like this in normal life. Why does it happen? I don't want it to happen like this. So I have been working a lot on it, and I have improved a lot. Sometimes it still happens, but again, talking about normal life, to make me angry, you need to do something crazy for 1 week in a row. You need to, I don't know, come to my hotel, knock on my door at 6 in the morning for 7 days in a row. Then I'm going to be maybe mad a little bit, but if not, I'm really calm.
A couple of questions, Daniil. A life can come at you pretty fast when you're your age and you go on a run like you have done this summer. Have you had a chance to take a step back and think about what you've achieved and where this could lead?
Not yet, because this summer's been, I should say, so fast and long at the same time. Long because I've played so many matches, but at the same time so fast because, as you say, I didn't have any moment to just sit down and look back and say, okay, I've done amazing things. Hopefully I will have some time after Sunday because it's going to be the last match in USA summer. And of course, deep inside of me, I understand that what I've done these 4 weeks is amazing, even comparing to what I've done before. But also one more thing, I don't want to stop, and I will always work to be better, and I will try to do my best every day.
And as a follow-up, we all know what happened in those two matches when you were booed. You seem to have won the crowd over now. They seem to really enjoy seeing you play and they're cheering for you. If they end up booing for you on Sunday, how will you feel?
I would be surprised, but I would have to take the energy and go again with this energy. But as I say, I'm not proud of what I did, and I'm working to never do it again. But also, I said it, during Cincinnati and Montreal that things like this happen sometimes with me, and I question myself, why does it happen? I think I got a lot of answers, and I'm trying to not do this again.
You had at least, I think, 3 or 4 foot faults in the first and second sets. You always seem to just move past them. You don't ever even look at the line umpire. How are you able to kind of move past them, whereas other players do that?
I don't know what's happened in this US Open. I think I'm just maybe, I don't know, either I'm so tired mentally, either I'm just not focusing on anything and just, as you say, going through to win matches, because I got probably the most foot faults in my life this tournament, these 2 weeks. It started in the first match. I got like 5. I think with Stan was most, because my quad was hurting, so I was not focusing on the line because, well, you're not really focusing on it, but you see if your foot steps on the line. And with Stan, I think I got like 15.
It hasn't been something then all your career. It's just
No, it's just that's what I'm saying. Either before line umpires didn't want to tell me, or it's just this week's. And as you say, I just have to go through it. I'm like, okay, I've done it again. Need to be better next time, but I have to do a second serve now.
Speaking about emotions again, today you almost showed no emotions on the court, even after the match point. Not a big reaction. Is this the Daniil you want to see on the court, like in the tunnel, keeping emotions totally off?
Yeah, because I think I had enough of good emotions during the match, sometimes saying, come on, looking at my team. But what I found about myself, let's say, this season, that usually when I try to let's say, burn my emotions down, even the good ones, that's when the bad emotions don't come out. And talking about the aftermatch, I said it in the interview after the match that I started doing it in Cincinnati, and I feel like it's going to be my thing, just a funny thing with myself, not celebrating after the match and just looking at my team and, okay, I won, it's done.
Obviously, we don't know yet who the opponent will be for the final, but if you wouldn't mind speaking about each one separately, starting with Berrettini, you had a very tough match with him. What have you seen in his development, and what is the biggest challenge about his game for you?
Yeah, Matteo has improved enormously, and I actually remember this match, second round of Indian Wells. I think I got my first Masters win in the first round of Indian Wells, so kind of big moment for me. I was supposed to play Kyrgios. At my ranking at this moment was not easy to face him, and then he retires and I play Berrettini, lucky loser from qualifying, who lost to Dudicella 6-4, 6-1. And I was like, okay, it's a good draw. And first game of the match, he was serving 140 miles per hour. And I was, wow, what's happening? And talking about this match, I had 6-1 in the tiebreak and I lost the tiebreak. So it's a match to remember, and yeah, the second set he was up 3-1 love 40 and I won the match. So it's a match to remember, and it's great to see how far both of us we've come to be in the position where we're right now. Both first semi-finals of Grand Slam, maybe two first finalists of a Grand Slam on Sunday, and it's great to see him. Talking about Rafa, it's tough to find words because so many players and so many people found them before me. He's one of the greatest champions in the history of our sport, and he's just a machine, a beast on the court. The energy he's showing is just amazing, and to play him in your first Grand Slam final should be, I want to say, a funny thing. It's not going to be a funny thing, but it's going to be an amazing thing to live.
And you have had one match against Rafa, but the result was the opposite of the match with Berrettini. What do you remember about that match with Rafa?
It was a tough one. He, as I actually say, his energy was much higher than mine, and he kind of, I would say, eaten me on the court because the start was kind of similar. I had one break point, then he got a break, but I only lost with one break, and then he was only going harder, faster, stronger, and I was only going down. But it's great that I had this experience playing him in the final of a Masters, so I know what to expect and I know how to prepare for it.
Daniil, you've played, I think, 3 lefties already in the tournament.
Yeah.
You play another one in Rafa on Sunday. How unusual is it to run into so many lefties in a tournament, and do you think that would help you if you do play Rafa on Sunday?
It's really unusual because I think this year, before it, I should have played like 3 lefties in all the year. And now I've played already 3 this tournament and maybe a 4th one. It's just amazing, but of course it helps a lot that I played 3 lefties before with completely different style, all of them. So kind of getting used to it, and if Rafa wins, it's going to help me.
If I could just follow up, if you don't mind. You've also said you've been working on your mindset.
Yeah.
Can you just say how or in what ways you have been?
With a person, with a mental coach, she's helping me a lot. I mean, to be honest, my wife helps me a lot because, and again, just sitting there with myself because I lost a lot of matches in my career when I was getting crazy, and you never know if you lose a match just because you lost it or because you got crazy and lost some concentration. You can never be sure about it. But I was sitting after these matches and I was like, I don't want to lose matches because I get crazy or because I lose some concentration, because of the fouls, because of the referees, because of, I don't know, something that happens during the match. And that's why I want to lose matches, because I was a worse tennis player on the court than my opponent, and if I manage to do it every time, that's going to be great.
2 more in English. 1, 2.
Daniil, when you were younger, curious how people around you reacted to seeing, you very calm off the court and then a bit more crazy on the court.
It's tough to say because when you're young, you play in front of 5 people. So different. There were many who would say, let's say, coaches or something with who at the age of 16 or 14, I could get engaged during the match because I thought they, I don't know, clapped on a double fault or something, and I would scream on them, they would scream on me. And many of these people would say, okay, the guy is completely crazy, he's never be a good tennis player, which is maybe happened to some of the tennis players. So I'm glad I proved them wrong, but talking about reactions, they were totally different. Some wanted just to help me get better. Some, as I say, said, okay, who is this crazy guy and what is he doing on the tennis court? But I've improved big time, and hopefully I will improve even more.
Okay, last question in English.
You gave a couple, I think, sarcastic thumbs up maybe to Gilles in your box today. Do you guys ever talk about that after match? Like, oh, sorry about that?
No, it's just the usual, and that's actually one of the things that I should get rid of also. And usually when I do it, it means that mentally I'm not. It's not that I'm not 100%, but that I'm not yet 100% calm, and that's also some of the things that I play better when I don't do this. It happens, but Gilles knows very well how I feel during this moment because when he was young, he told me a lot of stories about himself, actually in the opposite, not on the tennis court, but in real life. And it helps me a lot also to understand how emotions go in the human mind.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Question?
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you.